Hey everybody, it's Kyle coming to you from a car. Seems like I do that a lot. Again, we're just busy, you know. But I thought I'd go ahead and get an episode recorded and all that jazz. So, yeah. So, what's going on that's good in my life right now? Well, hey, I mean, I can't think of anything specific. Everything's just going pretty good. My son's off at camp, and then he'll be back for like a day, and then he's off to this Northern Tier adventure, which is pretty big-time scouting adventure, where he will, with a good buddy of his, who we call Rowboat, coincidentally, they will be hiking and canoeing up in the Great Lakes, and they'll actually canoe into Canada. I think I've talked about it a little bit, and go to a trading post there, but they'll be camping outside. I mean, everything is just straight up, real camping and hiking and canoeing. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I hope he has a great adventure, and I hope, this is something that he'll always remember and be proud of and excited about doing. So we'll see, but he's got that going on. Meanwhile, my daughter has her swim camp, which is still going on. I think she's got this week and then another week, and then she's done with that for the summer anyway. And then she has also started tennis camp, and it's gone really well. She actually really likes it. It kind of rained a little bit hard today, so they pushed it off until Friday. Normally it's Monday through Thursday. So she'll be doing that through the rest of the week, and she really likes it. She thinks it's an interesting sport, and hoping that she can, get good at it, and that's something that she'll be able to do. And then in addition to that, she is also signed to a new club volleyball team. And she'll be, that won't happen until, I think, like October is when they'll start practicing and stuff like that. And, or at least meeting a little bit here and there. And then it's a winter deal. So she will be swimming at the same time. There'll be times when she has a swim meet and we have to pick her up, drive her clear across town. She'll change in the back of the car and go to volleyball practice. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, everybody's just busy. And then, of course, she's working a lot. So that's exciting as well. But, yeah, I mean, that's it. We're just busy. Everybody's going to be gone next week. I think like Wednesday through Saturday. So I'll be kind of solo bachelor padding it. But, hey, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. I probably won't eat very well during that time, but that's because I'll get a chance to be irresponsible and immature for a few days, right? Yeah, that's what's going on in my life, man. Good enough. Everything seems to be going pretty well, and we're doing great, all right, what am I into right now? Well, music. Yeah, I've got what you heard there at the top is a group that I came to know through Vinyl Moon, and they are called Mating Ritual, and that is from an album of theirs from about 3 years ago called The Bungalow. I dig it. It's kind of a loungy pop rock type of music. I like it, and so they gave me an opportunity to purchase that record as well, and so I got it at a really reduced price, so it'll be coming with my next Vinyl Moon subscription album. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. But yeah, I dig it. It's kind of a little bit cheesy and stuff, but I dig it. It's a good record, In addition, this last weekend, I told my wife I accidentally stopped by Seventh Heaven. And I mean, right upon walking in, I saw 5150 by Van Halen. And I picked it up, and I was like, damn, dude, I want this. But it was like $30. And I'm like, oh, man. And then, I pulled it out, and it had a few scratches on it. And I was like, I mean, I know it'll play through these, but why? Why would I pay $30 for this? I mean, I just don't get it. I'm not crazy about reprints and stuff, but I would pay $30 for a reprint, maybe. Probably wouldn't even pay that for that. I mean, maybe 20, 25. So there's no way on earth I'm going to pay unless it's a cherry condition. I then may have considered it. The other one was Deja Vu by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Same thing, really good condition, but a couple scratches on side 2, and $30. I'm like, nah, guys, you got to quit it with this bullshit, dude. This grading and charging these crazy high prices for authentic records from the past is out of line. I mean, these are not 1918 recordings of blues greats. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. This is Crosby, Stills, and Nash. This album, there's zillions of copies. This is Van Halen 5150. Same thing. Zillions of copies out there. There's no way on earth anyone should have to pay $30 for either one of those records. So I ended up skipping by those because I came across something that I was like, holy shit. But first, before that, I came across an album called Breakdance. And I always am interested in these K-Tel records because, number one, they jam a lot of songs on the album, which is great. So it's pretty long playing per side. And this one's no exception to that rule. But the other cool thing that they'll do is they inserted posters and stuff like that, especially in these breakdancing records that were kind of instructional, or rap records that were kind of instructional. And yeah, it's got one of those in it, which is pretty great. It kind of cracked me up because, yeah, I sure enough, I opened it up and looked inside, and the record was in great condition, but there's that sheet, so that I was pretty excited to see that in there. And, yeah, so there's that. And that sucker was only maybe $9, and it's in really good condition. Got a lot of great tunes on it too. I'll post pictures of this stuff, or at least videos of me playing them. But the record that I came across that was pretty close to this, I think it actually might have been 25, but it was, and you know how I feel about you know how I feel about greatest hits albums, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not always crazy about them, right? I'd rather have the original records for most bands, but sometimes it's like, I'm not going to collect every one of those bands' albums. I'm just not going to do it. Well, this band I might have, but something a little special about this particular record that I came across too. So it's Generation X, which is the group that Billy Idol was in before, kind of a punkish band from the late 70s, early 80s that he was in before he went solo and became such a big deal. As a matter of fact, one of his biggest songs, which is Dancing With Myself, is a Generation X song. They originally recorded it, when he was in Generation X. But he wrote it and all that stuff. And so when he went on his own, that was his first big hit single in the United States anyway. But this is Generation X Greatest Hits. And I was like, I don't know. But then I noticed something about it. It had a big pricing type sale sticker on the outside of it. And I was like, I mean, that looks like the symbol for francs, for French currency. Sure enough, it's a European version of this Greatest Hits, which made it a little more interesting, a little more exciting, because it's in really great condition. I mean, the vinyl's in fantastic condition. Everything. The cover's in amazing condition. So I went ahead and scored that one, and I've been listening to that, and I really like it, man. I mean, I knew most of the songs anyway, but I like it. It's a good record, man, and I'm really happy that I came across that. So that's something new I've been listening to and enjoying. What have I been watching? I mean, not a whole lot new. I told you guys I switched over because I had Shudder, the horror streaming service. I had that through Prime, and I switched over to mainstream Shudder through their own website and everything. So I've been watching a lot of stuff in there. I watch those corny alligator movies. There's another one I started watching called The Bog, which is horrid. But it's just kind of fun to watch those old corny movies, you know? So I've been watching a lot of stuff on there and just kind of checking it out. Yeah, I mean, still watching Froggy Flips on YouTube and watching Haru Cooks, which is this Japanese chef that he does these little videos on different dishes. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I've been watching a little bit of stuff like that. You know, not much else. I'm interested in The Flash, seeing The Flash still. I'm really, 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 really interested in Oppenheimer, which comes out this Thursday. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away with the wife to go see it. We're talking 3-hour-long film. But I really want to go see it in IMAX. And opening weekend is going to be my best chance for that because, you know, the summer, there's so many IMAX films that come out. I know Tom Cruise is super pissed because Oppenheimer's out around the same time as his Mission Impossible, his 25th Mission Impossible film, which nobody gives a shit about, according to the box office numbers from what I've seen, buddy. I know nobody's going to give a shit about Oppenheimer because it's a history film. But, yeah, nobody cares about your last Mission Impossible films. No one cares. I saw the first one, and it was so memorable that I never saw any more of them. That's just kind of how I feel about it. I am Tom Cruised out. I'm also comic book movied out. I'm not Star Warsed out yet, but I can understand why people might be. But they've kind of really laid off a little bit as far as movies go for Star Wars. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to see Oppenheimer. I want to go see it in IMAX. I wish they had an IMAX 70 millimeter display here because they show it on film, on true 70 millimeter film. But I don't see that anywhere, so that's probably not going to happen. Such is life. But yeah, I'm excited to see that one. You know, there's a few other things I want to watch or I've been watching here and there, you know, but nothing too crazy. For some strange reason, I had a hankering to watch Kung Pao last night, which is such a bad movie, but I love it. And my daughter's like, okay, I think I'll go to bed now. But when she was little, she loved it. Her and her brother both loved it, and it's such a dumb, goofy movie. I actually sent my buddy TV a picture. I took a picture of the screen. It was like, the chosen one, or something like, I can't remember the line, but the chosen one will come, or something like that. And he's like, Kung Pao, you know, such a goofy movie. But yeah, that's about it for watching. Reading, you know, a few things here and there. I actually went to the comic shop because we've got my son, when he's at camp, you know, you can send him kind of care packages and stuff. And so I went and got him some Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering booster packs or whatever. And I went into Pulp Fiction here and found some comics. So I got Star Wars Empire #1. What would you do if the Empire took over? Blah, blah, blah. It's a #1. It's in honor of the 40th anniversary of the Return of the Jedi. So pretty interesting. Then I picked up a book called Tenement #1. #1 issue. It's Jeff Lemire is involved in this one. It's from Image Comics. I'm interested in that. And then I picked up issue #1 and issue #2 of Ed Piskor's Red Room, which Outlaw Comics, I believe. It doesn't come. These don't go up to Comic Code. It's Fantagraphics, I believe, is the publishing group. But I picked those up and looking forward to reading those. I haven't had a chance yet, but I will. I also finished, what is the name of the book I finished? Let me see if I can find that for you guys real quick. I finished one book that Duck and Cover. I really like that. That came out. I think it's a Comixology original. It is. And man, it is really good. I highly recommend that if you get a chance. And then I also read another one, which is Jeff Lemire from Image Comics, called Fish Flies. Really weird. Super crazy ass weird, that book is. But I dig it. It's Jeff Lemire, man. He's something else. I mean, this is a guy who created Sweet Tooth. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the Netflix series or whatever, but he's the guy that created that. Yeah, a lot of his stuff that he's done and helped create and write and draw and all that is slowly coming over into Hollywood type stuff. Even though who knows what the hell Hollywood's going to be like after these strikes. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it. And reading, nothing else too special there. Oh, my audiobook, I'm almost done. I've got 20 minutes left on my audiobook through Audible, the Joe Lansdale one. It's God dang it, dude, I'm horrible. My memory is just shot. The Donut Legion, yeah, 29 minutes left. So I was mowing yesterday. I probably would have got through the whole rest of it, but at one point there must be a hornet's nest out there somewhere, because I noticed a hornet kind of swarming around the lawnmower. So I just turned it off and kind of walked away, went inside to get some hornet and wasp spray, and there was none. So I said, well, I'll go back and move the mower if I can, but I got to go back and spray that area before I mow it, because I am not about getting bit by a bunch of hornets. No, thank you. So I didn't get the end of it. I'll do that when I go mow again, but it's rained like hell today, so it's probably going to be at least tomorrow by this point. Hopefully the grass doesn't grow too much so it doesn't look too off between the two levels. Let's see. Gaming, not much, really, at all. Nothing that I can think of, which is sad. I probably need to consider sitting down and just playing my Steam Deck and making some time to play it, or sell it and just be done with it, because, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I did complete another Gunpla model. I did the Boba Fett. It's called Boba Fett Starship. It'll always be Slave 1 to me. I know for some reason the word slave now is dirty, which I don't understand. Is it a great word? Is it something that you want to run around saying? I guess not. But not everybody that was a slave was an African slave here in the United States. There were slaves all over the world. There still were slaves. Okay? This is a fantasy story about someone in science fiction who has a ship called Slave 1. What the fuck? How's that going to offend anybody? I don't understand. I really don't get it, man. And so everywhere you look at it now, it's called Boba Fett Starship. Well, fuck off. It's called Slave 1. That's the real name of the ship. Okay? Unless we're going to call them all so-and-so's spaceship or so-and-so's starship, which we don't, because Mandalorian's ship was still called Razor Crest. You know, I guess that's okay unless somebody starts getting upset about razors. Anyway, I completed that ship, and I'll be sure and make sure that it's got a sign that says Slave 1 on it when I'm done. I know, old man, just hemming and hawing and ranting and raving. Whatever. I don't care. I also have a couple more things as far as builds go. But one thing I did just buy is a giant... I'm kind of interested in these little weird, straight from China, fake Lego setups. I don't know if you've seen these, you know. Some of the Lego setups out there that are hundreds and hundreds of dollars, that have thousands of pieces, they're interesting to me, but there's no way I'm spending $800 on a Lego set. There's no way I'm spending $100 on a Lego set. There's probably no way I'm going to spend $50 on a Lego set, okay? They're cool and all that stuff, but I'm just not that interested. But there are some things I am interested in. You know, I'm interested in Battlestar Galactica ships, and I'm interested in Buck Rogers ships, you know, from when I was a kid. Well, they don't make those with Legos. They're not popular enough to be made by Legos. So there are some Chinese companies out there that make these sets, and they sell them on Amazon and Temu and AliExpress and all that stuff. So I started kind of going down the rabbit hole looking at those. I'm interested in Buck Rogers' ship. Ha! I just did what I said was bad about Boba Fett's ship. I can't remember the name of that spaceship, though. That's why I said it. But his fighter from the Buck Rogers in the 23rd Century series in the early 80s, I believe. Late 70s, early 80s. But yeah, I'm interested in that ship, and I'm also interested in a Cylon Raider and a Viper that are from Battlestar Galactica. I'm also interested in Battlestar, you know. I'm also interested in the Cylon battleship, you know. But again, they don't make those mainstream, so you got to get these little Chinese setups if you want. There's not a lot of model kits left because those are all from they would be from at least the mid 80s would be the newest modeling kit, you know. So kind of looking at these little Lego setups, and so I came across one, and it's actually called the Wave off Kanagawa. Everybody knows this painting. Everybody's seen this piece of art of the giant wave. It's from Japan, and it's like a tsunami wave, and they made one of these fake Lego sets off of it. It's got like 2,900 pieces. I know. So I bought it, man. It was like $26, and I'm going to build that thing. It's going to frustrate the living shit out of me. I can already tell, because it has like in the instruction manual, it has like one. And so you would look over at all these bags full of different little bags of these fake Legos, and here's bag number 1. Wait a minute. There's 3 other bag number 1s. Like, what the fuck is this? And the same thing goes for 2 and 3. So the numbers in the instruction manual and the numbers on the bags don't really match up. I think I've got it figured out, but it's like, God dang, dude. That's pretty basic there, guys. You got to at least correspond the numbers on the bags with the numbers in the book, right? All right. But no, I guess you don't. What else? That's about it for that type of stuff. Podcasts, nothing new really. Kind of the same old stuff. Again, I think I told you guys already about the new podcast I've been listening to, which is called Rattled and Shook. It's by the same group that does, Radio Rental and High Strange. That same, Payne Lindsay, I think. God, I cannot remember the name of his group. It doesn't really matter. But it's done by that group, and so it's just 2 women, and they're talking about scary stories and kind of discussing what's scary about them or what is silly or whatever. It's really interesting, so I started listening to that. But nothing else besides that. So, but that's all I got, guys. Nothing else besides what I've gone over. Pretty much everything you hear is what's going on in my life. I do appreciate you guys listening a lot. Again, I know it's not been the most exciting episodes lately. But hey, what are you going to do, right? I mean, this is a form of therapy for me, and I don't know, a form of passing the time for you few listeners that I have. So I guess if everybody's happy, don't fix it if it's not broken, right? All right. Well, I appreciate you guys listening again. I'll catch up with you guys in a week or so. And if you're around in my neighborhood or whatever, and you look by and you see how lush and beautiful the grass is and everything, just do me a favor. Get off my lawn.